So today in our reading notes, we're going to open up to page 21 and we're going to look at summarizing and writing a summary when we're looking at a narrative, when we're looking at literature, at a story. How do you summarize? Because that's different than when we're writing an informational summary. So what we need to do when we're summarizing for a story is to determine which elements of fiction are important to include in the summary. So should we talk about the characters, the setting, the events, symbolism that's in the text? And the other thing we need to do is make sure that we're focusing then only on those important things, and then we're developing the idea that we don't want to have bias, that we're not making a personal judgment. It's not about how we feel about it, it's what's actually on the page. So the vocab we're looking at is elements of fiction, so the important parts of the story, including character, settings, and plot, and objective, person or judgment not influenced by personal feelings or opinions. So to show that you understand a story, or to give just someone a quick idea of what the story or text is about, you need to summarize, to write a summary. A summary tells that the main idea of what happens, making sure to include the most important details. Summaries are in your own words. So some tips. The name of the story and theme should be part of your topic sentence. You want to include the main events of the story, making sure to include events that relate to the theme. Don't rewrite the original piece. You're writing using your own words, and you want to keep your summary short. Read with the who, what, when, where, and how questions in mind, and don't put your opinion into the issue or topic. So we're going to use this example of a tiny story to write a 2-sentence summary. Nick got the skateboard he asked for, but he felt very frustrated when he kept falling after a few feet. This looks so easy, but it's not. I have no skateboarding skills at all, he complained. Even though he was frustrated, he kept trying each weekend. Every Saturday, he got further down the street before he fell again. By the end of the spring, Nick was able to skate all the way around the block. He was even able to go as fast as his brother running the dog, on downhill slopes at least. So we're going to take this and write a 2-sentence summary, making sure that we start with a theme and include these important events. So Nick learned to not give up when he got a skateboard. So I named the main character because my story doesn't have a title. I talk about he learned to not give up. So that right there, that's the theme, that's the lesson that's being taught in this mini story, is that he's learning to not give up. I also talk about an event. He got a skateboard. That's how it started. It starts when he gets a skateboard that he wanted. It then also talks about the event that it was hard for him, but, and this when should be a lowercase when, but when he kept trying, he was able to get better. So it gives us our main character, Nick. It talks about the events, got a skateboard. It was hard to learn how to skateboard, but then he kept trying and he got better. So I'm naming character, I'm naming important events, and it doesn't really have an important setting in here, so I didn't include it. Did it really matter where he was skateboarding? Not necessarily, but because the main focus was got something, it was hard, didn't get up, then was successful. And in 2 sentences, I'm able to bring all of that together. And that's what a summary should be, in your own words, keeping it short, but giving enough detail that someone else can understand, oh, that's what that was about.